Yo people, so got another one and it's a carry on from my last one I've done because whilst researching that I started to see he was a few more characters. So let's get straight into it. I believe Mason Greenwood is also Rugby Union star and England international rugby star Anthony Watson. Now I saw it with this one, but I can totally see how people wouldn't straight away get it. But for me, they look exactly the same. There is differences, but you know, enough alike for me to see it with this and then go with it after seeing this picture. So you know, the main thing about Mason Greenwood, after Googling and looking at pictures for him, is most of his pictures of him frowning. Now, obviously, that's part of his character. His character is he's this troubled lad, and that's obviously what's led on to the fact that he's supposedly raped his girlfriend, but we know that's all lies and part of the act. Now, Anthony Watson is definitely a more happier character, but they've given us, true to form, they've given us a frowning Anthony Watson for us there. So you can start to see with darker eyebrows, slightly different nose, you've got Mason Greenwood there. And if we compare them there, it's like I said, darker eyebrows, have shaved his eyebrows, they haven't really done a lot. Different nose, very, very similar. There he is then, frowning again. And there's Anthony Watson playing for England. Now, where I'm at with the differences in body, because if you notice that Anthony is of bigger build than Mason, so I don't profess to know exactly how they do this. We can, me and like others, we can try and work out how they do this. There's definitely such thing as bodysuits in Hollywood. I believe these bodysuits, well, I know these bodysuits are extremely realistic. That's a possibility, but another possibility I'm thinking about is that they know how to bulk up and bulk down very quickly. You know, if they can stay young for a very, very long time, then they can do things that we don't understand. There's Mason Greenwood doing the Masonic Shush, playing for United in red. And there's Anthony Watson playing for the British Lions in red. So we know Mason loves throwing up the devil horns. And then there's Anthony Watson throwing up the 666. Mason Greenwood doing the Masonic Shush. Anthony Watson throwing up another 666. There's Mason Greenwood looking at his phone. Anthony Watson looking at his phone. They love to do these little comparisons. And then we got Anthony Watson, who was suspended, and Mason Greenwood, who's been suspended. They love these little connections. So let's look at the heights. Mason Greenwood is about 5'11", and it says here, and I reckon that's about right. If we look at Anthony Watson's height, it says that he's 6'1". So obviously that's a couple of inches, which isn't a lot, but I actually suggest that he isn't 6'1" and he's 5'11", because if we compare him here with Daniel Craig, it says here that Daniel Craig is 5'10" and he's looking about an inch taller. So how do they do this? How do they play two sports? Obviously, that's the big question. Well, Greenwood started playing for United in 2018, but these were sort of like pre-season friendly games. He didn't actually make his professional debut till 2019 in the Champions League against PSG. And he was supposed to be 17 at the time. So this is how they do it. England Rugby's Anthony Watson on living with long-term injury. So he got a long-term injury. This is an article from 2019. And it says here, in March 2018, Watson ruptured his Achilles tendon playing for England into a Six Nations defeat to Ireland. Now, this put him out for at least a year. So that gives him the perfect timing for Mason Greenwood's career starting with Man United in 2018. And then we have here Anthony Watson's stats. Look at the stats here. 21-22 season. The season's just gone, obviously. He played only 2 matches. And I found this little link. So Mason Greenwood, his full name is Mason Will John Greenwood. And then I found this with Anthony there. Picture of Anthony. Lions and All Blacks. Will Greenwood's Composite 15. So Will Greenwood's an English rugby player, but they've put a picture of Anthony with his name there. So that's a big link there. So here's a picture of Mason Greenwood when he was younger, playing for United. And this is a picture of Anthony Watson. And another picture of Mason playing there. All very similar. Also notice that this is Anthony scowling, just like Mason does. So this is Mason Greenwood and Harriet Robson, his supposedly ex-girlfriend that he raped, both throwing up devil signs. This is Anthony Watson with his girlfriend here. Notice the height differences of them both, similar height difference. Then we've got the up close here, and now with a bit of makeup, dyed hair and a different nose, that could easily be the same girl. So Anthony Watson's senior career has been running from 2011 onwards. And so obviously Mason started in 2018. Anthony Watson's still playing, but he's at the tail end of his career. So it works out nicely for him to start becoming Mason Greenwood whilst filtering out his career as Anthony Watson. And I looked online and there's virtually nothing on Mason Greenwood and his family. Obviously Mason Greenwood. So, you know, it looks like Anthony Watson is the main character here, and he's gone on to play Mason Greenwood, and there's really not much on Mason Greenwood. Now, this is Anthony Watson's parents here, and the only picture I could find is here of Mason Greenwood with this guy. It doesn't say that it's his dad, but I'm presuming that it's dad, or it's certainly someone who seems to be looking after Mason Greenwood, and I suggest that that's the same person. Glasses, same sort of look, different colour hair, slightly different eyes. They change things. Easily could be the same person. Now, those of you that watch my videos know that the first one I've done to this was Mason Greenwood is HS TikTok social media influencer. And this is supposedly his granddad, I think. If you compare these two here, similar sort of look, but he's a little bit thinner in the face, a bit older. But this is what they do. They change things, but could easily be the same person. So yeah, another one. I'm 100% on this. I'm getting so used to how they do this now. Could just spot them really quickly. Some are harder than others. Some they make harder than others to find. This was another easy one, easy links, and they're the ones I tend to do videos on. I've got a lot just sitting on the shelf that I can't find enough evidence to do or finish and do the video. So I tend to do the ones where I find the evidence quickly. And this was another one where I found the evidence quickly. So yeah, I mean, this link's all free. It's crazy, but this is what they do. This showing that I'm seeing that they play at least 3 roles, but it's possible that they're playing up to 7 roles. It's crazy, but this is what's going on. They stay young for a very long time. They use masks, they use latex masks, they use prosthetic masks, they use bodysuits. They changed their look, they changed races, they changed all sorts. Anything you can think of, they can change it. So yeah, Mason Greenwood's being used to stir up the gender divides and the racial divides, and he's doing it well for his masters. But we waking up. Hope you enjoyed that video. Peace!